Hey!
Yo!
Jess Hilarious.
Wake that ass up.
Charlamagne the Go.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
Good morning. My bad. I was really
you
preparing
ready?
for the verses, yes.
Okay.
Because tomorrow I'm going to do a mix. It's going to be No Limit versus Cash Money.
Oh,
and I just
wow.
want to
What
make
you
sure I have everything there. So
I don't
Okay.
think you know what you're doing. Don't nobody in No Limit and Cash Money wear enough Timbs for you to know what the hell you're doing. Okay?
I'm pretty sure. I went to school at Hampton, Virginia. I was DJing
What
during
you
that
got?
time.
Tell me what you got. Tell me what you got.
I just started downloading
Okay,
Master
okay,
P, making
okay.
sure I got down for my iggas, make them say about it. I
Those
was
are
just
the easy ones. Go get Chopper in Master P, Chopper style.
chopper,
Oh my
chopper
God,
style.
yes.
I'm starting to get them, but I was just
It's ready to be
downloading, getting
crazy.
ready because I got to go in and out. So I was getting
Go
myself
get it.
together.
Ain't my fault. Okay,
Yes.
go get
Ooh.
504 boys. Wobble, wobble.
I'm
okay,
getting it.
All right, there's a lot of
Dang.
some joints.
Wobble,
okay?
wobble. And then a lot of them I got to make sure they clean because it's for radio. Like, bout it sounds stupid clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds horrible clean.
Go get Mac featuring Mystical. The murder, kill. You know what I'm saying?
Murder, kill,
Yeah, right.
wow.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It ain't my fault. All
Definitely
right.
got go get Fiend. Talking like I bring it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr.
Oh, get Hootie Hoo by True. Come on now. Okay, you can go deep down that rabbit hole.
I ain't going
All right.
that far down the rabbit hole now.
Which No Limit Soldier you gonna get? The remix or the regular one? Oh, you gotta get Mystical, the man right chair.
The man right
Okay,
chair.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I know
There's
that's
joints.
right.
I got some joints. All right. So I'm getting myself
Ice Cream
together.
Man, Master P. Don't forget Ice Cream Man.
I forgot Ice
Don't
Cream
forget
Man.
Now, don't forget Ice Cream Man.
See,
I'm just saying.
Yes.
You got Bout It. That's the easy one.
Yeah, I got Bout It.
You got some joints. It can be. Listen, it's gonna be a great versus.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Grew
I'm
up off
excited
No
about it.
Limit. Love Cash Money. It's gonna be a fantastic verse.
Crazy.
Now, I forgot to ask.
What?
Can we watch it online? Because
I don't know. That's what I want to know.
because
Oh, wow.
this seems like they might do a pay-per-view on us or something like that. So I'm just curious.
I'll
If
pay for that.
If we could watch it online, or do we have to go to
I would
some streaming
absolutely pay for
service
that.
to check
Where's
it out?
next? Hit him next.
Yeah, we got to find out. We got
Yeah.
What artists are gonna be there though? Is it gonna be like Birdman versus P?
I don't know. Nobody
Yeah.
has said anything.
With
And
DJs?
Wayne.
I can't see Wayne coming out to a verse.
Why not?
No.
He's Cash Money.
I agree, but I just can't see. I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Who's joining us this morning? We have
Man, Icon Living. Okay.
civil rights activist,
man.
politician, diplomat, pastor.
Former mayor of Atlanta, Georgia, Andrew Young. He has a new documentary on MSNBC called Andrew Young, The Dirty Work. Now, Andrew Young is a person who was he used to work closely with Martin Luther King Jr. He was one of Martin Luther King Jr.'s strategists. And it is so interesting when you sit down with these legends, these giants, these pillars in our community, because they actually lived the history we talked about.
That's right.
Or the history we read about. And when you talk to them, it ain't nothing like you thought it was.
That's right.
Okay? But we'll talk to Andrew Young this morning.
All right. And also, we got front page news. Mimi will be breaking down everything that's going on now.
Mimi
don't go-
Brown.
Yeah, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. I'll be at Hampton University, by the way. But what's up, Mimi? We're going to start off with some quick sports. Tonight is Thursday Night Football. The Vikings will play the Chargers at 8:15. But quickly, did any of y'all see the NBA games last night? Did y'all?
Yep,
was
I
tired.
did.
What you watch?
Klay Thompson's team.
Klay Thompson.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas
The
Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks,
It
yeah.
I
took
don't think
all
that's
this-
Klay Thompson's team.
San Antonio
he on
Spurs.
there,
was
though.
on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's on
my
there.
husband was watching the game, and I started watching. I was like, oh, okay, they go
He's
crazy.
watching Cooper Flag and Anthony Davis.
Cooper, yes,
yeah, they
Wemby
they
dropped a
lost last
40
night.
piece.
Yeah, Wemby got crazy last night.
Crazy.
Yo, I
I
can't
bet.
wait to hear you mess up Cooper Flag name. I know it's coming. I know you're going to drop the L. I know it. I can
I'm
feel it in my
not.
soul.
No, I'm not.
It's going to happen.
The Knicks won last night. It was the season opener. They played pretty damn well too. They
That's
beat
what's
the
up.
Cavaliers. They look good last
You
night.
a Knicks fan?
I am a Knicks fan.
Nice.
All right. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB. Jess, Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Peace, Mimi
girl.
Brown.
Good morning. All right, so we start this morning in Washington, where the government shutdown is now stretching into its 23rd day, marking the second longest shutdown in modern U.S. history. Now, yesterday, the Senate voted once again to pass forward a bill to reopen the government, marking the 12th time that the bill failed. Now, the measure, it failed 54 to 46, short of the 60 votes needed to move forward. 3 Democrats crossed party lines to vote with Republicans, but it still wasn't enough to break the stalemate. So that vote came after a 22-hour marathon speech from Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley, who spoke throughout the night, accusing President Trump of authoritarianism and urging Congress to act. Now, with no deal in sight, Republican leaders are floating 2 ideas. either change the Senate rules that make it hard to pass anything without 60 votes or come up with a plan B to break that stalemate. Now, Democrats, meanwhile, they say they will not budge on any plan that doesn't include health care subsidies. And at the White House, attention is turning from policy to construction. Crews have started tearing down parts of the East Wing to make room for that new $300 million presidential ballroom, a major expansion from what President Trump once called a small renovation. Now, during a Senate luncheon, the president bragged about the project. Let's listen to that.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears. I love that sound. Other people don't like it. I love it, Josh. I think when I hear that sound, it reminds me of money. In this case, it reminds me of lack of money because I'm paying for it, so it's the opposite.
Well, the administration says the project is privately being funded, but for nearly half of the Americans, Charlamagne, who haven't received a paycheck and may soon be losing access to food assistance, they say the optics are striking. Again, we've been talking about this all week. Federal officials are warning that if the shutdown stretches into November, there may not be enough money to fund those food assistance programs. Several states are already sounding the alarm. In Georgia, the Atlanta Community Food Bank says nearly 1.5 million people could be affected. In California, another 5 million people could see delays as early as next week. And in Detroit, food banks, they say that if they lose SNAP, it would devastate the community because that's where nearly 1 in 5 people, they rely on those SNAP benefits to afford groceries. And in New Jersey, families are being urged to use whatever benefits remain on their EBT cards right now because those funds may not be available after November 1st.
Yeah, you know, I'm an ambassador for the food bank in New York City in Harlem, and they are flooded. Like, you know, the Harlem Food Pantry, they faced a record demand because of the shutdown. I think they said they've given out more than 7,000 food packages up since October 21st. Well, up until October 21st, and they've logged 1,376 new clients just this month. That's the largest single month increase of the year because people are just anticipating losing the SNAP benefits.
Wow.
Yeah. And while lawmakers in Washington can't seem to agree on the basics, another debate is now taking shape at the Supreme Court. It centers on a question that's raising eyebrows across the country. Can you smoke weed and still own a gun? That's the question before the court right now. The law currently says that if you use marijuana, even in a state where it's legal, you can't legally own a firearm. But that rule is now being challenged in a new case that the court just agreed to hear. It involves a Texas man who admitted to using marijuana regularly, but said he wasn't high when federal agents found the gun inside of his home. A lower court, they sided with him, saying that occasional drug use shouldn't take away someone's Second Amendment rights. And the Justice Department, though, they disagreed, saying the law is meant to keep guns out of the hands of people who could be impaired or dangerous. They argue that similar restrictions have existed for centuries, even dating back to laws that kept habitual drinkers from carrying weapons. Now, the Supreme Court will hear arguments in the months ahead, and the decision could have major implications for millions of Americans, especially in states where marijuana is legal.
Well, I don't smoke weed. I eat it. Okay. And not to mention, shouldn't that apply to people who drink alcohol? As well?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense because if you drink alcohol, it's the same. You know, it can deter what you're doing as well.
Actually
so
worse.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Yeah, it sounds so stupid, but wow.
That's where we are. All right, and so coming up at 7, the company that redefines shopping may now be redefining for work itself. I'm sorry, y'all. May be redefining work, but we'll explain what's behind the biggest change and why it's sparking so much concern.
All right, everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now, 800-585-1051.
Not just me, I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, who's this? The DJ Envy. It's Frosty.
What's up, my guy? We ain't heard from you in a minute, man. Where you been?
Frosty be on the chat. He be on the Twitch chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for real?
Yeah. How could you remember me, DJ Envy?
Because it says Frosty.
This homie that be outside? He used to be outside?
Sound like him, right?
Yeah, that's not him.
This homie that's...
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah. I'm in Vegas now, though.
Oh, man, congratulations. What you
Nice.
doing out there?
I live out here.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else?
Yeah, I miss y'all, though.
Miss you too, man.
Aw.
Do you?
Yeah. Frost used to scare the hell out of us. He used to be sitting outside the radio station. You laughing, doing this crazy-ass laugh. I'm like, all right, security. Keep your gun off safety now.
Hey, yo.
Okay. All right.
What's up,
Yo,
Frost?
what up, Jess?
Hey, what's up, Frosty? How you doing?
I'm good. Y'all should follow me on Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
YUNGTRECE 37.
YUNG what?
TRECE 37.
Why you asking? You're not gonna follow him.
Man,
You're
shut
not.
up,
You
man.
not, man. Frosty, what's
Boy,
up, man?
shut
Talk
up.
to
You
us,
don't
Frosty.
never know how to get out of a situation. You just talk too goddamn much. Shut up. Yeah, man. About to follow you right now.
What's up, though, Frosty?
For sure.
You see the Knicks win last night, Frosty?
Yeah, I seen the Knicks. I was at Caesar's Palace watching them play.
That's what I'm talking about, Frosty.
Oh.
How the food in Caesar's Palace?
What's wrong?
So I haven't had it, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, go get you something to eat, man. On me.
For sure. Hopefully they go far, though, the Knicks.
Yes, sir.
They gonna go far. The only team in the East I think that's gonna be a problem is Cleveland. Everybody else I think is beat up. I think we all right.
Orlando gonna be good too, though.
Nah, a little bit.
Yep.
But hey, New York Knicks look nice. They look pretty unstoppable.
They look good.
They look good,
do.
man.
They look good. This is their year.
Well, Frosty, you have a good one, man. You get back to doing what you do.
For sure, DJ Envy.
All right, man. Have a good one, brother.
Bye.
Later. Bye.
You don't know how to get out of situations, man. You tell somebody like that everything they want to hear, and you just moonwalk out the situation.
He autistic?
What?
I'm asking.
Yeah, he can draw.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah, he
what's
can
up.
draw. He can
That's
paint.
what's
He's
up.
very autistic.
Nice. Okay, cool. Just asking.
I hate this place. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
It's Melissa.
What's up, Melissa? Get it off your chest.
It's Alyssa.
Hey, Charlamagne, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you so much for that, or you guys all, for the interview with Gucci Mane and his wife about the diagnosis. This thing hit my family so hard. My son, who he has 2 degrees. He is, oh my gosh, he went to school to be a software engineer, and he has a degree in biology, and he was well on his way to living out his dream. And then all of a sudden one day his behavior started changing, and I had no idea what was going on. And it's still happening now, but it's not happening with the intensity that it once was before. But I'm still so very lost on what to do and how to continue to help him. He's on a keto diet, which helps so much. He's on all these vitamins that he takes every day, and that is really what's helping him. But he hasn't really got over that hump yet. And I'm still working a full-time job. I mean, it was so bad. My son literally was at the airport for 24 hours because his mind was telling him someone was coming, taking him to another country.
Wow.
So this thing is terrible. It is awful. It is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be emotional, but I just want to encourage families and anyone that is going through this to definitely be there for your children or whoever it is that is going through this, because it is so hard.
Did you take?
Nobody understands why it's happening, but
You're right. Did you take him to a doctor or a mental health provider? You know.
yes.
Okay, good.
And he went to one company, one healthcare facility. All they want to do is just prescribe medicine. They don't really want to get to what the root of the issue is. And so I've been working with this lady called Loren. I don't. If you guys want to look her up, she has a program, and it's this entire keto program that it's like medically induced keto. So once your body gets in that high levels of keto, then it actually can reverse some of the issues going on in the brain. So Keisha didn't speak on that. I'm not sure if that's something that, Gucci was doing, but exercise definitely. And vitamins are so important, like the omega-3s and the, oh gosh, she's taking so many, the vitamin D3 with K2, and it's just so many different vitamins that they need to be on. Serotonin, lion's mane, I mean, stuff for inflammation like cinnamon for inflammation. It's so many different like natural things that you can do, but it's like this thing really needs to get out there. And I'm with you, Charlamagne, with it's not enough information out there with people that are actually their caretakers or that are helping them, because I was the victim of so much rage and anger, and I kept going, why is my son talking to me like this? We never had this relationship. But like Keisha said, it's not them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the person that you know and love. That is something different, and it's just so hard. So I just wish there was more information out there, someone, I don't know who can do what, but we really need that support, because some days we just wake up just defeated and drained, because especially if you raise your kids right, you're like, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong?
Yeah,
we tend to turn it on ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of information out there. What I think it is, it's not a lot of people like yourself and Keisha telling their story. You know, that's something we started doing at the Mental Wealth Expo a couple of years ago, because I think it was Corey Minor Smith. Corey Minor Smith was the person who brought it to our attention about, you know, talking to the people who actually have to deal with the individuals who have mental health issues.
And thank you for sharing your story, Mama. We appreciate it. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Winston, a.k.a. DJ Cliff.
What's up, Winston?
Peace, Winston.
I'm doing all right. Good morning, Jess. Good morning,
Good morning.
DJ NV.
Good morning.
And, of course, Charlamagne the guy. Good morning.
Peace, brother.
What's up, brother?
What I want to get out of my chest, first thing is first, I want to talk to Charlamagne, because I don't like how he be having DJ Envy, because when he says he's the Dominican, he's not from the Republic. And that always get on my nerve when you say that, because as a proud Dominican myself,
That's right.
That's right.
proud. As a proud Dominican myself, I'm proud to call DJ Envy a Dominican. Listen, I am just excited because to know that, you know, you're going to Dominica, especially for the first time. I want you to have the time of your life. I want you to go, like Jess said, go down to the Indian River. That's in Portsmouth area. That's where I'm from.
Hello.
You know, that's where I grew up.
Amazing.
Yeah. Go to the car bridge, and of course I go to Screws as well. Get some of that sulfur hot water, naturally hot water in your system, clear out your pores and stuff like that.
He definitely going to get screwed.
enjoy the
I
river.
guarantee you that's going to be his first stop now.
Shut up, man.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Stay off my man back.
But I'm
Stay off
excited, man. I'm going there this Saturday. Where should I go eat? What's a good place to get some food?
Places to get some food. Like, if you just go down to Portsmouth, there's a place called Whoop Whoop, and you can get some great fish over there.
All right.
That's good, but he do got to be careful, because y'all got the highest dentity of volcanoes, right?
Uh-oh.
Listen, them things haven't erupted in a long time, man. Who cares about that? We just
Now who cares about it? Somebody from New York who want to be Dominican?
I'm Dominica.
Oh, I'm sorry,
He's
Dominican.
Dominican.
Yes.
You're right, exactly. Get it straight. Not Dominican.
But
All
I'm excited to go this Saturday. I got a lot of people that's been hitting me. I want to see where my family's from, so I'm going to go see where my family's from, because they said they got some family land out there. I just want to go see. I just want to go touch the soil and see.
Thank you, sir, for calling and inviting him.
Welcome, Jess. Welcome, Jess.
Yeah.
And you guys should take a trip to one day.
Absolutely.
I'll let them know how it is first.
Please let us know.
Thank you, sir. Get it off your chest. 800-585-105. What you going to say? What you going to say?
Okay, lambskin.
Yes.
Okay, lambskin.
So stupid.
What's up, lambskin?
Oh, man.
I'm warm today.
It ain't even that cold.
Man.
I'm glad she did. Look, I told her don't come here with her stomach all out, so she won't get
Stomach
sick.
got
and
a little
shit.
Lauren had a little lamb.
Man.
Put it on her jacket.
Man. We got the ladies with Loren. I'm sorry.
So childish.
I'm sorry. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
That is so sad.
All right, got it.
Yeah, we do. We got the latest with Lauren coming up. I heard the caller earlier talking about, the struggles of someone who is like the caretaker or family member of people with mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nicki Minaj was on Spaces last night, and she was sounding off about Keisha Kayor, and she felt like the interview was too much about her. So
It was not about her at all.
we gonna have a
Calm down.
conversation about
Tease.
it.
Why? I don't even know why we entertaining this. The conversation was not about her in
So
any
we
way,
can do
shape, or
this.
form.
So we could talk about
That's crazy.
I mean, I think you should have teased about Diddy getting poked in jail.
what?
I was told that he didn't get poked like that.
Yeah,
Just
man,
like not that poke.
He woke up and
like,
somebody had a in his throat.
Something was
we're
to his
going to
throat,
talk
though.
about all of this in the first hour of the latest.
All right, we'll get to
And
that
I'll
next.
explain.
Oh my God.
We'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Lauren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the listening
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Yes.
You did a pre-recorded intro for a live segment?
Oh my God! Shut up! Telling them
so
all the
sick.
tricks of the
We got
trade.
some things
Go
to get
ahead,
to.
Lamb.
Let's go.
They did that because of time to make sure we was timed.
Okay.
The timing was right.
Yes. So last night, Nicki Minaj spoke out about the Gucci Mane and Keisha Kaur interview that we did up here. And I know that we've covered her tweets on it, but last night was a little bit more in depth. She went live on Twitter Spaces, and she talked about how she felt like Keisha Kaur thrusted herself to the front of that interview. So she says that it was basically a setup for us to just talk to Keisha Kaur and not Gucci Mane. Let's take a listen to Nicki Minaj, number one.
Oh my goodness.
Why would you have had to decide if you was still gonna do a show because you got bit by a bee? Is you who the you think we was born yesterday, dumb? You see how you just revealed that the show was to talk to you. You see how you just revealed that it was not about Gucci Mane, you silly. And Miss Deb said she want to get in on the motherfucking action too. But I said, we trying to be nice. Since when, if somebody's spouse, I use that term loosely depending on certain things, gotta do the show. If you had an allergic reaction, why you didn't do your self a favor in us and sit the outside? You are that insecure about your aging face that you have lied to millions of people and said she got bit by a bee or some that she had an allergic reaction. Notice she ain't say that prior to that footage coming out. Like she didn't wake up that morning and say, oh my God, y'all, I got this sting by a bee. Well, I got an allergic reaction. Blood tea. It was when the footage came out that she seen her filter didn't come with her outside that day.
I have no idea why we entertaining this. Like, what
I don't even know what she's talking about.
Just
I
so I
have
know,
no idea.
Nikki would be amazing on Broadway, but
Yeah.
first of all, we didn't even know
Or
Keisha
voiceover, a cartoon.
Yeah, what amazing.
Yeah.
We didn't even know Keisha Kaur was coming until she actually
didn't.
Why
got
are you
into the room.
explaining this, bro?
Yeah.
Bless Nikki's heart. We sending Nikki healing energy.
I just
Okay?
want to put up the facts out there because
the-
people believe things if they don't hear the facts. And the facts
Absolutely.
is we did not know Keisha Kaur was here. She pulled up with Gucci and
But
Did you
listen,
read the
when is
book
she not with
episodes?
her husband? When is she not with her husband? It
Yeah.
ain't even that. Like she
Just-
with him everywhere.
Did y'all read the book episodes? I
Yes,
read the book.
I'm reading the book now. I'm on chapter 6.
The book is absolutely about Gucci and his manic episodes, and it's about the person who is the closest to him, Keisha Kaur, who also had to live through those episodes with
Correct.
him.
Taking
come
care
on,
of him.
man. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, yes. And that.
I don't even understand how she's making this about her, but God bless her heart. We sending Nicki Minaj healing energy.
But even outside of her being a big part of the book because she's her husband's saving grace, she always with him.
Yeah. It's
So
her husband.
It's hard to not see Keisha Kaur when you see Gucci Mane. Like,
And I'm
what
glad
you
Keisha
talking
was
about?
in the interview because
Exactly.
nobody ever talks to the individuals who have to deal with the people who have mental illness.
Yeah, and not only that, she was able to break it down, what she happened, what she saw. She was able to help people who are dealing with family members who have mental illness and the
love
signs
it.
to see. I thought that was dope and
it's
amazing.
crazy.
So
and we always see Kenneth with Nikki all the time. He don't be saying nothing. He always, sitting off to the side. But we always see them together. It's like, what's the problem?
Well, Nikki talked about for a second of
What's the problem that she was with her husband? I don't get it.
Well, yeah, so Nikki did mention her husband on the Spaces. She also talked a bit about, she says that the reason why Keisha Kaur was in the interview and made it a priority being in the interview is not because of any of the reasons you guys just said, but because Keisha Kaur is a narcissist. And the X Spaces actually got interrupted by her son. Let's take a listen to number 2.
The is so insecure at her face. Simply being her face. You see, not everyone ages like the generous queen because my light inside, my grace, my peace, my love, my paradox, my conundrum, my truth, my generosity, my humility, my restraint when I have the power to do so much damage and choose not to. Now, I'm no psychology major. I don't know much about much, but boy, do narcissists sure have a way of pushing themselves to the front by any means necessary. They will step on you. They will kick you. Wow. It ends today. You do not honor Gucci
Come on,
Mane.
Papa. Where the baby?
So when
isn't that the pot calling the blueprint pink? Like, what you mean? She's making this about her.
Okay.
Listen, someone needs to read that Gucci Man book episodes and learn something from it, okay? And intervene in this life that Nicki Minaj is living.
Yo,
because this is ridiculous.
Side note: Nicki would kill voiceovers.
What?
No, I'm not even joking. Like, could you when she was just, I closed my eyes and I was listening to the Scary Movie and just what she was saying, I was like, she would kill voice. Not like on the side. No, she could spit, she could rap, but Jesus.
Why are we entertaining?
I'm sorry.
We can move on now. I have one more. We can move on because in other New York news, Diddy almost lost his life behind bars. This was revealed in court by Bryant, his attorney. Yeah, somebody attempted to stab him in his throat. So in court, we found this out when they were trying to basically make the plea that Diddy is going to be in danger behind bars. But his friend Charlamagne, who I know one time we had talked about like who comes with the family. There's always a guy named Charlamagne Finney with his family, making sure his kids are good and all the things.
The guy outside the courtroom with the Diddy shirt on
yes,
all the time.
Yeah. So he spoke to Daily Mail once that became news, and he detailed more of what happened. So he said an inmate snuck into Diddy's jail cell and could have murdered him. He said Diddy woke up with a knife to his throat, and he says that this was unreported, even though it was a close call, and it was super violent because Diddy he didn't want it to be like a big thing. Now Charlamagne says he doesn't know if Diddy fought him off or the guards came in. He just knows that it happens. And they also say if this guy wanted to harm him, Diddy would have been harmed. It would only have took a second to cut his throat with the weapon and killed him. So it was probably a way to say next time you're not going to be so lucky. Everything is intimidation, but with Diddy it didn't work because Diddy's from Harlem. Now again, Diddy's
they always talk about Harlem like it's some goddamn university. What him being from Harlem got to do with anything?
Yeah,
who said that? Nobody actually said that.
Yeah, it's a quote from his friend.
I was feeling the quote until he said that Diddy from Harlem.
Crazy.
Like
Diddy from Wakanda and he has these special powers.
Like
that was the only
Harvard
thing.
or so. Like,
I think he just means he been through some things. You know what I mean? He don't scare easily.
What you just said is a great point.
What?
They talk about Harlem like it's Harvard or Wakanda. Absolutely, like it's some mystical place that
Diddy from Harlem.
You almost got him.
Karate chopped him and lifted him up in the air.
I don't know.
What does that have to do with anything?
In prison, it don't matter where the hell you from.
He had me until he had the Harlem part.
They almost got him, but he's from Harlem. Man, what are we talking about?
It's sad. I mean, we could joke all day long about Diddy because some of these things are funny, but it's to the point now. There's no way that they should be sneaking into his jail cell and get that close to him, right?
Yeah, that is horrible.
That is crazy.
But it is prison, and those are the horrors of prison. You can wake up with all types of stuff in your throat. I'm just shocked that Diddy doesn't
wake
have
up with all types of things in your throat.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did say that.
I'm just shocked that Diddy doesn't have more supervision. I would think because he's such a high profile.
I would think the same.
With such a short sentence,
Absolutely.
he would have a lot more supervision around him.
Well, I did ask, since I've been asking since this came up in court, like what happens next now? Like what do you guys request supervision wise and wherever he's going to end up? And I mean, of course they don't want to answer that because they don't want that to be a broadcasted thing. But after hearing something like this, if you're BOP, you have to take a lot of things into consideration.
Who's BOP?
The Bureau of Prisons, like the people that make the decisions of like where you're going, what the security is going to look like. They work with the.
I don't know. You just said BOP. Like what the hell? I'm like, what BOP got to do with it?
Y'all know I've been in.
What's going on with the appeal? Did we get any update on the appeal?
No, nothing yet. Nothing on the appeal yet. The last thing I heard was 46 weeks. That was it.
Yeah, because
you mean with the Trump stuff?
No, because they said they were going to file an appeal on the sentences. So I was just curious if there's any updates. But after the first incident where they say Diddy almost got into a fight, like Charlamagne said, he should be under supervision like crazy. Absolutely. They should make sure he's safe because it would be crazy to see somebody like a Diddy or anybody in jail get hurt or killed.
Especially for somebody.
After this is the second time now, and like you said, he doesn't have a long bid. It's a smaller bid, but still, it seems crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say we'll find out kind of what that looks like security wise, but I don't think that they'll even disclose it, you know what I mean, because of how high profile the case is. We'll just figure out where he's going and kind of what the security measures will be as far as like what the court has. But the White House did respond to me. I asked them about that report that said that Trump is backing away from this now, like he don't want nothing to do with it because of MAGA, and they just pointed me to that original statement that no White House official can give any updates. This is a decision up to Trump. And as of right now, that's not even a conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. And could you imagine Diddy's mental right now? There's no way Diddy can sleep in jail.
Well, it's prison, bro.
Yeah, there's no way he's sleeping.
Those are the horrors of prison.
It's the second time. There's no way he's sleeping.
Yeah, and I was reading this report by this guy who's like a legal analyst, and they were talking about how like celebrities are higher stake. I mean, it always depends on your crime too, but celebrities and people of like financial influencers are always of higher stake in bars.
All right.
Behind bars, I'm sorry.
All right, when we come back, we got front page news, and we'll talk to Mimi next. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news. Start off with NFL Thursday Night Football. The Minnesota Vikings take on the Chargers tonight at 8:15 p.m. Also, last night, did any of you watch the NBA games?
I watched Wemby drop 40.
Wemby got busy last night. He beat the Mavericks.
I'm lying. I ain't watch it, but I heard about it.
Nah, he was going crazy. Cooper Flagg scored 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
AD was getting busy last night. It was a great game. The Knicks looked amazing last night.
If Kyrie come back healthy, the Mavs going to be good.
Yeah.
Knicks going to be real good, too.
Yeah, Knicks look really, really, really good. So salute to the Knicks last night. But what's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Hey, girl. We
Blessed,
good.
black, and highly favored. How are you, Mimi?
I'm good, thank you. All right, well, we start this hour in New York City where the gloves came off in the second and final mayoral debate last night. Democrat Zoran Mondani, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, and Republican Curtis Sliwa, they went head-to-head less than 2 weeks before Election Day, debating everything from crime to housing to immigration. And from the start, things got heated. Now, the three sparred over experience, leadership, and who's best to run the city. Take a listen.
You have never had a job. You've never accomplished anything. There's no reason to believe you have any merit or qualification for 8.5 million lives. You don't know how to run a government. You don't know how to handle an emergency. And you've literally never proposed a bill. And you never showed up for work, and you missed 80% of the votes.
We just had a former governor say in his own words that the city has been getting screwed by the state. Who was leading the state? It was you.
Governor Hochul.
You were leading the state for
Governor
10 years,
Hochul.
screwing the city.
No.
Heard the both of them again fighting like kids in the schoolyard. Zoran, your resume could fit on a cocktail napkin, and Andrew, your failures could fill a public school library in New York City.
Damn. Your resume could fit on a cocktail napkin.
It's crazy. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was good. He came with the zingers all night. The debate then shifted to policy with sharp divisions on crime, housing, and transit. On policing, all three candidates said they would keep Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch if elected. They also found rare common ground, condemning the ICE raids in New York City, saying federal immigration agents should stay out of local policing. But the most intense exchange came when Mondani confronted Cuomo over the sexual abuse allegations that led to his resignation as governor. Let's take a listen to that.
In 2021, 13 different women who worked in your administration credibly accused you of sexual harassment. Since then, you have spent more than $20 million in taxpayer funds to defend yourself. You have even gone so far as to legally go after these women. One of those women, Charlotte Bennett, is here in the audience this evening. You sought to access her private gynecological records. She cannot speak up for herself because you lodged a defamation case against her. I, however, can speak. What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
There were allegations of sexual harassment. They were then went to 5 district attorneys, fully litigated for 4 years. The cases were dropped. You know that as a fact. So everything you just said was a misstatement.
I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I said this before on Lara Trump show, but when it comes to campaign style, Mondani has a lot of Trump in him. Okay, number one, running on the message of affordability. Okay, the economy. He never moves off that message. Number two, keeping it America first, in specifically New York City. And yesterday, bringing one of Cuomo's accusers to the debate. That was right out of Trump's playbook.
It was.
Trump did that to Hillary Clinton. You know, when he bought Bill Clinton's accusers like that. He has taken the things that Trump has done in his campaign that actually are effective and applied them to himself. I think he's ran a great campaign, bro.
That's probably why Cuomo didn't answer questions after, because it was only Mandani and Sliwa answered questions after. Cuomo got up out of Dodge. He actually went to the Knicks game after, but he got up out of
He
there.
was sitting with Eric Adams. Yep. Yep. So early voting in New York, it begins on Saturday, October 25th. It runs through November 2nd, but Election Day is November 4th. The polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So you make sure you want to exercise your right to vote. And this morning, we have an update on the case of 23-year-old nursing student Kata Scott. We talked about this earlier this week. She's the young woman whose disappearance gripped Philadelphia earlier this month. Now, the man previously charged with kidnapping her, 21-year-old Keon King, is now charged with murder. Police confirmed that the remains found in that shallow grave this past weekend belonged to Scott. The medical examiner has ruled her death a homicide, and prosecutors have added a long list of new charges to King, including theft, tampering with evidence, abuse of a corpse, and obstruction of justice. Now, police say Scott was last seen October 4th, leaving her overnight shift at a local nursing home. And investigators believe she met up with King shortly after leaving work. Days later, officers found her remains behind an abandoned middle school in Germantown after receiving what they say was a very specific anonymous tip. Now, authorities say surveillance video shows two people leaving a vehicle and moving what appears to be a heavy object, evidence that more than one person may have been involved. Let's listen to the police talk about that.
Recovering Kata's body was not the outcome we had hoped for, but we are grateful that we were able to bring her home. We continue to pursue anyone who helped, who concealed, who participated in this act. We will not stop.
I wish nothing but the worst for that young man.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish nothing but pain and a lifetime of heartache for that man. I just don't even know what triggers a person to even want to do something like that to another individual.
Mm-hmm. Well, prosecutors say that he has a history of violence against women, including a separate kidnapping case earlier this year. Now, that case was dismissed when a witness didn't show up, but those charges have now been refiled. And Scott's family is thanking everyone and the community for their prayers and their support. Meanwhile, King, he remains behind bars on a $2.5 million bail. A preliminary hearing has been set for November 3rd.
I don't understand why people like that don't have to register as like some type of offender. You tried to kidnap somebody before, and you just out here walking around.
Yeah, and just because the witness didn't show up to court, like you just free, you scot free. It don't make sense.
Yeah, so we will continue to watch that and follow this story. All right, well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi. Now, when we come back, we have American civil rights activist, politician, diplomat, and pastor Andrew Young.
Come on, man. This is 93 years of wisdom, okay? This man worked alongside Martin Luther King Jr. All the stuff we read about in history books, he actually lived.
Right, and we're going to talk to him next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. And we got a special guest in the building. Civil rights activist, politician, diplomat, and pastor, ladies and gentlemen, OG Andrew Young.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you, brother?
I'm really glad to be here with you.
Yes, sir.
I'm long overdue.
Man, who are you telling?
I need to know where you are.
Yes, sir.
And I'll look at the book and be honest or die lying, and I probably, need to read that quickly.
Yes, sir. Now, John Hope Bryant is here as well. John Hope Bryant, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Andrew Young has a new documentary out called The Dirty Work. Why was it important for you to tell this part of your story now?
Well, I'm telling my story, and we see the glamour of the civil rights movement, and it was very glamorous. For every one or two you see on television, there were 500 to 1,000 of us in the background doing the dirty work. And it's the way I got into it. I was actually up here in New York in 1957, 58. And Dr. King needed somebody to move with him to Atlanta. My wife was from Marion, Alabama, which was a little country town near Selma. And we saw the NBC documentary on John Lewis and the Nashville sit-in story. we just bought a house out in Queens, and I was working up at the National Council of Churches. And when the documentary came on, my wife said, "It's time for us to go home." I said, "We are home." She said, "No, this is New York. New York can't ever be my home." And I said, "Well, we just bought this house. We got a good job." She said, "I'm going back to my mama in Alabama, and I'm taking my children." And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" She said, "I want you to sell this house and find a job down south." It was the attraction of going back south that got me back in the movement. And it was in that transition. Martin Luther King had just been stabbed, and he took
in New York.
He took a month off to go to India, and was just coming back and planning to move from Montgomery to Atlanta. So I ended up getting pulled in to try to help him move, and that was the dirty work. He needed to be in a bigger city than Montgomery, and but he couldn't afford to live in Atlanta except with his parents, and so he was trying to raise funds. He never had $1 million a year to work with the entire time we had the movement going, and so I was trying to help him raise some funds, and went to my church up here, the United Church of Christ, and asked them. They founded a number of colleges, Howard and Fisk, Talladega, Tougaloo, all across the South. And so I said, if you would let us use some of these properties, or some of them, we could have a movement southwide in little or no time. And so I was sort of being a bridge between him making the transition to Montgomery and coming to Atlanta. I was then moved from Atlanta back to, from New York back to Atlanta. And the first job I got, he was not there. His secretary said, once she said, my wife's in Alabama, she said, "You can't be hanging around here loose." She said, "Idle mind is the devil's workshop."
And there were a bunch of kids in Alabama.
Whole lot of devils.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said, "You need something to do." I said, "Well, anything I can do to help." And she gave me a great big egg crate packed with letters. And so she said, "If you can help Dr. King with his mail, that's really, if you want to get to know a company, if somebody's coming in here and wants to get to know it, answer the mail. Or at least read the mail, or know what's happening around." And so it gave me, I ended up with the bucket of mail. And that was sort of the dirty work.
So Charlamagne, when he went to go get the job, when he went to go down south, the staff didn't want him. Dr. King was out giving speeches and on the road. The staff didn't want him. He was smart. He was articulate. They're like, all the seats are taken. We good. Yeah. So they sent him packing. So he came back with a grant. The grant was self-funded. And it was for nonviolent education or something like that. But it funded his salary. So Dr. King said, "Okay, well, you can sit. You paid for it. You can sit right over here."
Well, we not only paid for it.
Huh?
We not only paid for it, I brought access to all of those schools.
Yes.
Wow.
Say in North Carolina, Kings Mountain, Georgia, it was Atlanta University.
Wow.
Alabama was Tougaloo. Talladega in Alabama, and Tougaloo in Mississippi.
But the key point of that, Ambassador Young, was, again, you won't take credit for this, he became the one person nobody could fire. So he could speak truth to power.
Yeah, but we didn't fire anybody.
Well, exactly, because Dr. King didn't like conflict. If you let me finish my point.
Yes, sir.
Dr. King didn't like conflict. So he was the conflict manager. So he was the one inside the staff. You had crazy people on the left and crazy folks sort of over here trying to do revolutions. Dr. King didn't want conflict. So he would expect Ambassador Young to knock heads.
That's part of the dirty work.
Right. That's it. Yeah. And when he came in, he wanted it to be resolved.
Yeah.
And so he was the resolution manager inside the movement and outside the movement. Again, he doesn't take credit for it, but that really became one of his magic pieces, was that he was an independent thinker, just like you are. Just like all you guys are, independent thinkers. Did I get that right?
I guess. No, the thing is that I left Howard, and I really f***ed up for 3.5 years.
Damn.
See, but I somehow got a degree, And
why you say you was up?
Because I was playing around, wasn't studying. I was trying to make the swimming team. And so I was trying to hit on the girls, and I wasn't making any progress at all. A little from New Orleans. And I got along with people, but I was trying to grow up. And when I left Howard, and we stopped, because you had no hotels that let you stay. We stopped at a Kings Mountain, North Carolina, where we had a church conference going on. And I decided to run up the mountain. Somewhere along there, I kind of blacked out. I looked around, and everything seemed perfect. It was a perfect sky, perfect cornfield, the green trees were sparkling. And I said, damn, everything here's got a purpose. But me. And I said, I cannot be put here on this earth with no purpose at all. And how do I find a purpose? Well, what I came to was, if there's something that I think needs doing and nobody wants to do it, that becomes my purpose. So I was looking for stuff that needed to be done that nobody wanted to do.
It's such an interesting perspective when you talk about purpose too, John. Because in my mind, I always thought the purpose was the liberation of black people, but y'all was just looking for a purpose within yourselves.
So let's get into some real talk. He's got survivor's guilt. He doesn't sleep. He's always working because he was on that balcony. When Dr. King was assassinated, the FBI told him the instructions for the shooter: if you miss the dreamer, kill the strategist. He's been all this time UN ambassador, first black UN ambassador in the history of the United States under Carter, first congressman since Reconstruction in the South, brought the Olympics to Atlanta, made Atlanta International City, mayor, Presidential Medal of Freedom awardee, French Foreign Legion awardee, 150 honorary doctorate degrees, brought venture capital to Africa, liberated Zimbabwe, helped to get Mandela out of prison. But underneath all this, I'm here because my friend was shot. So he couldn't enjoy any of it. He'd give all his money away. He's been a servant his whole life, and he's the closest thing we have to Nelson Mandela.
Everybody plays a role in the movement is what I've always heard and learned. I feel like today, when we talk about the boycotts that we're trying to do actively, there's no real roles. We don't take one thing serious. We might take the other one serious because there's no structure. There's no. How did you get people to fall in line, even though not everybody agreed with you?
Everybody used to go to church back then, and the radio. Black radio was owned by white folks, and they would play the music, but we'd have to slip in an announcement. There's going to be a certain meeting at such and such a Baptist church or such and such a Methodist church. And they finally even stopped them from doing announcements. So it went by word of mouth. We knew that every night we'd have a mass meeting at some church in some neighborhood. And people would get together about 5 o'clock and they'd sing these old songs that the young folk then came in and modified to freedom songs. Then the preachers would come in and preach a little bit and tell what's going on. But it was all around the church. And in the daytime, when the churches were not operating, the kids went to the schools, and the guys who were hanging out at the pool hall, we'd stop by there. In fact, Dr. King was a very good pool player, grew up in the YMCA, and he could get everybody's attention because he would go into a pool hall and challenge the guys, say, "Can I take the winner?" And after they saw he could run the table, they listened to him. And it was finding a way to get to people where they are. And they would really say, I'm ready to die for my people. It was a threat of death to almost every black man in the South until just recently, and it's coming back now. It's more organized now. The only person who would talk about it openly was Martin Luther King. And he said, now, if we go messing with Birmingham, some of us ain't going to come back. See? Now, he knew he was the one most likely targeted. But, he'd make a joke out of it. And he had a real good sense of humor. He said, John, it might be your turn. But it's going to be one of the hardest things I ever do. But I'll try my best to preach your ass into heaven.
Dang.
And then he'd start preaching all of the things that I pick on him about, see. And he would say things you didn't know he knew about you. And he'd ask God to forgive you. And please let him into heaven. You know, I mean, he really turned your death into a comedy. It wasn't sadistic.
Now, if you're just joining us, we're still talking with Andrew Young, civil rights activist, politician, worked very closely with Martin Luther King Jr. Charlamagne?
The fact that people knew that they could potentially die and still were willing to make that sacrifice is what I think is missing now.
You shouldn't be willing to make the sacrifice. You should be willing to take your time and assume that you can make the world right. And you don't have to die. And we maybe have made it too difficult. Most of the people who died, we can remember their names. But they're literally millions. Like Martin Luther King got stabbed by a black woman up here in Harlem. And with a letter opener. And the letter opener was pressing on the aorta of his heart. And they said if he had sneezed, he probably would have died. And he talked about that all the time. But what he talked about, he said, but he got a letter. This girl said, I'm 11 years old, and it shouldn't matter, but I happen to be white. And I just want to thank you and thank God that you did not sneeze. And he talked about that all the time because it represented the fact that there's still many, many good people. And you shouldn't believe that the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. See? That right now.
So even right now, in this moment.
Right now.
Okay.
The whole world is not going to hell in a handbasket.
In the doc, you said after Martin Luther King Jr. got shot, you knew there was no hope.
I knew that it was going to be hard, but my mama used to make me go to Sunday school. And one time they were talking about Elisha going to heaven in a flaming chariot, and I was about 9 years old, and I said, I don't believe that. And they put me out of Sunday school. See, but I never forgot that. And that's what I thought when I saw Martin laying there. One, I said he probably didn't even hear that shot. The bullet travels faster than the speed of sound. So it hit him right in his, and severed his spinal cord. So he probably never heard it, and he probably never felt any pain. And he was dead instantly. And the thing that occurred to me then was, damn, my brother done gone to heaven in a flaming chariot. And all of the spirituals talk about, steal away to Jesus. And I just felt that he'd gone home to the Lord. And
they left you here.
And left me here. But I knew, and I still know, that there's hardly a day that I don't talk about him and learn or remember something that he said in a similar situation. And I pass that on to my children, but to all children. And it's one of the reasons why I'm really grateful to those folk, and John is one of them, that put together money to tell this story. Because all the books that were written by the movement are big, thick books. And we don't read, we don't keep still that long. So the mass media, radio and television, is still our means of communication. And it's why you play such an important part in our community, and why I had to, I was in a meeting last night till 10 o'clock, went home, got me a few hours sleep, got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, got on a plane and came up back here, because I wasn't coming to talk to you all. You talk to more people than anybody I know. And when John said he's going to let you talk to his people, I said, thank you, Jesus.
No, it's a privilege, man.
Yes. But it's a privilege for me.
Do you think we've honored Dr. King's legacy or just branded it?
No, I don't think there's anybody around that doesn't respect what he did and what he gave his life for.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is a sacred personality in our history, but everyone is like that. I mean, Crispus Attucks, I knew about him. He's the first man to die for this country in Massachusetts, and he's black. This country would not be what it is without us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Martin Luther King represents the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't the only one of us. See, that there were people around him, and only a half a dozen of us have been to college.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of us learn from the streets, and they learn from our experiences. But Louis Armstrong grew up in my neighborhood in New Orleans. I don't think anybody ever gave him trumpet lessons. He just picked up the thing and made it blow.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I'd like to remind people is that here's a man who grew up in one of the poorest neighborhoods in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And he sings "It's a Wonderful World." And there's Ray Charles, who's blind. And there's a big piano out in Albany, Georgia, where he grew up. And he sings "America the Beautiful."
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't start with but the spacious skies. He starts with, "Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life."
Mm.
And we take the history of this country and the history of this planet, and we turn it into a piece of music or a symbol of grace.
Mm.
If we do something, we do it with style, and it's and no matter what it is, we do it better.
Mm-hmm. What was the issue, the real issue between Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X?
There was no issue.
Mm.
The difference was that Martin Luther King learned in college, Malcolm X learned in jail.
Mm.
But Malcolm X read the dictionary and the Bible.
Mm.
See, and when Martin came back with the Nobel Prize, we were up there in Harlem in the Armory.
Mm-hmm.
And when we came in the back door, who was standing back there in the back door with Malcolm X? Two people, Malcolm X and Nelson Rockefeller.
Mm.
And Malcolm X said, "I just wanted to thank you for all that you've done, and I want you to know that I am with you in anything you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it's probably a better strategy if you and I don't seem to be so close."
Mm-hmm.
And said, "That's why I'm not going to come in there with you in public."
He wasn't trying to profile.
See?
Malcolm X was not trying to take
But
his life.
when
Malcolm did used to disparage. Malcolm used to disparage Martin publicly sometime, though. We'll call him Uncle Tom.
That was his brand.
It wasn't Malcolm so much as it was that whole crowd around Elijah Muhammad. Now, but
Martin was close to Elijah too. It seemed like.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, because when
honorable Elijah.
Because when we came to, if we went into a town, like when we went to Chicago, we got all the big preachers together,
Mm-hmm.
and got them to agree that we would be there with them, and that they could tell us what they wanted us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some didn't like it, see, and some just didn't want anybody to have a profile but them. And we just went on around them.
By the way, when he became mayor, just a point about people playing their roles, when he became mayor of Atlanta, the civil rights leaders, his friends, the second day he was mayor, they picketed him. So he went outside, he said, "What are you guys doing?" They said, "Well, you're the mayor now. So you got your job, we got ours."
Mm.
And he accepted that. So Malcolm was playing his lane, he was playing his role publicly, but privately he respected Dr. King.
Now, if you're just joining us, we're still talking with Andrew Young, civil rights activist, politician, worked very closely with Martin Luther King Jr. Charlamagne?
If the Dirty Work documentary could teach one lesson, to this generation and the next generation of organizers, what would you want it to be?
There is some dirty work in any struggle for freedom. But dirty work could be hard work. Dirty work could be thoughtful work. You know, whatever nobody else wants to do. Like, we didn't want to mess with money. And John decided that he was going to teach folk that you can't be free without voting, but neither can you be free if you're broke. And so teaching people how to manage money, how to save money, how to invest money, how to know the meaning of money to your salvation and survival. That's another issue altogether, but communications is an issue. And
so don't be afraid of doing the dirty work. Embrace it. It's noble work. It's not dirty work.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's it. Not only is it noble work, it's the kind of work that has to be done.
So when Charlamagne was doing that internship way back when, in that first radio program, and when people noticed you, that was the dirty work.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you've done dirty work in your career. You've always not been, both of you not always been sitting here prime time. You've had to hustle. You've had to do things and jobs nobody else wanted.
I still do the dirty work now. If need be. Need be.
And the work you're doing with mental health, the foundation you're doing, the stuff that nobody sees, the conversation that we have that at 2 a.m. about life in general. All that's the dirty work. And raising your children is the most honorable version. Raising your paying school fees. Like, we've got to be about the basics. We got to get back to the basics and be about we and not just about me. That's really who he is. And I spent most of this interview trying to draw him out.
This was good.
You could see him.
Yeah.
This was good.
I loved it.
John Hope Bryant, thank you for bringing this walking memorial, this iconic, this icon living Mr. Andrew Young. Thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
That's right. And check out the dirty work on it's on Peacock, right?
No, MSNBC.
MSNBC.
Yeah, globally.
On MSNBC globally. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. And thank all of your audience.
Yes, sir.
This is college on the radio.
Woo!
I like that.
That's a word.
Yeah.
If you didn't have money to go to college, listen in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's the Breakfast Club.
You know what's so crazy about that interview? We had a Breakfast Club, of course.
It was 2 hours?
No, not only that. So my wife's best friend, her name was Sasha, and she loved Andrew Young. She actually went to the School of Policy Studies at Georgia State. And I wasn't here for that interview.
You wasn't here for Andrew Young?
No, I wasn't here. I was in Atlanta for her funeral because she passed. So it's so crazy that her husband just hit me and was like, she would have had 1,000 questions for you, but I wasn't actually here for that interview because I was
I didn't realize you wasn't here. That's
saying goodbye to her.
Yeah. He was here for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that interview. So rest in peace, Sasha McWilliams. Rest in peace. Got another angel in heaven looking over me. All right, but let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me. Brandica Pinks.
Yeah, we here. Good morning. Bad. Hey, boo. You got to tell them why you're bad.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Backstory.
Charlamagne said that you put lamb on today. That's not what I would have said.
It's a little lambish.
It's
Definitely lamb.
Not lambish.
Give me lamb.
Okay. Well, it's
cute.
faux pita. Nothing real.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, in other news outside of the lambs, Stephen A. Smith has decided to come out and apologize to Jasmine Crockett. You guys remember we had a conversation up here about, people being upset about some of the things that he had said about her and how Jasmine Crockett has been fighting for us out there in the political streets. Well, now he's apologizing. Let's listen.
I wanted to take this opportunity to attack this issue as it pertained to me and Jasmine Crockett because I personally have had an issue with how things have been misconstrued and misinterpreted. But at the end of the day, I have to own it. And so when somebody says to me, Stephen, rather than point to her and her verbiage and her language and how she talked about the president, what about how he talks? I have no problem with that. And if that is the reason that everybody is in an uproar, that is fine. And I have no problem apologizing to my sister because, damn it, I want her to know I don't feel that way about her. I have no problem apologizing if I'm wrong, but I'm going to challenge the legitimacy of what people come at me with. If you came to me and you said to me, it came across as a bit dismissive, Stephen, you should have been more protective of her than that because look at how he speaks. Look at how they act on Capitol Hill towards her. I understand that. But when somebody tries to take that to accuse me of being disrespectful or in any way misogynistic, I'm going to push back on that because that's emphatically false.
Yeah. So he's apologizing.
Nice.
Good for Stephen A.
I think it's a good thing to hear.
Yeah, that's
a good thing to see.
That's why I will always have respect for Stephen A. because he has the ability to change his mind and admit when he's wrong. Okay, and that says a lot about a person. That says a lot about a person. Okay, when they are presented with new information and can admit they were wrong. I respect it.
I agree. And
Has she responded? Has she or not as of yet?
No, I haven't seen a response from her. She actually that I was watching didn't say anything to him at all.
And she's too busy working. She's in Congress.
Exactly. And I think people tried to make this out to be like Stephen A. Smith has this like he knows that this story is going to get traction. He's just doing what he does. But I think that this also shows too that he does actually care about the things that he's talking about personally because he cares about her well-being. You can hear that through his apology. So
you can agree or disagree with Stephen A. Smith, but I've never heard Stephen A. Smith just talk for the sake of talking. Okay, and I really wish more people, especially black people in the political space or the social justice space or the activism space, build some bridges with Stephen A. and tap into his audience. Go on his show. Because them white politicians are taking full advantage of going on Stephen A.'s show and taking advantage of his audience. So why aren't the black elected officials and black activists and black politicians?
I totally agree with you. I hate it sometimes when I feel like, we'll go at somebody and not have a conversation with them, right? Even if you think they're right or wrong, have a conversation. Maybe what you say, they'll be like, oh, I wasn't thinking that. And I just hate when we attack each other when we don't necessarily agree with what we say. I hate that.
And if you think he's misinforming his audience, then go have a conversation with him on his show. And as you're educating him, you'll also be doing what? Educating his audience.
Yep. I agree. Well, in other news, shifting gears, yesterday, news broke of a filing. So Dreka Gates, or formerly Dreka Gates, who was the estranged wife of Kevin Gates, music artist Kevin Gates, she's put paperwork into the court stating that Kevin Gates has abandoned her and her children and they are now in financial ruin. So the docs read, they tell a story about how Dreka was managing Kevin Gates for some time. She left LSU to manage him even before he was like this big famed celebrity, and they've built so much together. They share 2 children, and she says that she says several things. She's asking the court for a ton of spousal support and child support. She believes that she should be receiving over $70,000 between those 2 things, and here's why. She says that, number one, the debt that they've been left in. She says her Mississippi farm is now in foreclosure. She lists that the IRS has a levy out on Dreka for $7 million in unpaid taxes. And she's also saying that, Kevin's actions in 2023, she alleges, went from neglect to weaponization. She says that at one point in time, there were, I guess, like royalties and different things that she was receiving, and she alleges that now she does not receive those things. She, in the doc, says that, she stood by him through it all, through incarceration, absences, infidelity, and financial manipulation. And then in 2021 is actually when everything changed, and she claims that Kevin Gates dismantled the financial foundation of their family. She says that he also alleges he stopped paying for basic family obligations like household staff, property tax, private school tuition, and that it was actually 80% of the couple's royalty income stopped coming to her and now she alleges only goes into his personal accounts. And she says she tried to figure it out on her own. She tried to downsize. She tried to do everything that she could. She borrowed money. She took loans. She even sold her car to keep up with the children's expenses. She poured herself into her growing wellness business, her Dreka LLC, but no amount of determination could offset the calculated financial sabotage that she's alleging. So she's, asking for money. She says that she needs help right now and that she's not receiving it.
She's at $70,000 a month?
So she wants over $70,000 in monthly support to catch up and just be able to maintain the lifestyle that she says that her children and her need to maintain. But
$7 million is a lot of bread in taxes. Jesus Christ!
To me, like in reading the docs, and it's almost 400 pages. I didn't even get halfway through, but in reading it, it sounds like a lot of this is her wanting to be able to just catch up. Like she says at one point, like she's talking about her farm is in foreclosure. Like they're losing their stability living wise is what she's claiming. Now, I did reach out to reps for Kevin Gates. I have not heard back yet. Didn't see that he posted anything or anything like that on social media. And in the docs, her attorneys say that Kevin Gates, they allege he's defending himself by saying that, the two were never legally married. But, that we knew of, they had been married back in 2015, back in October 2015. Yeah.
Well, prayers to Drika and the family.
Yeah, wishing them the best, or to figure it out, I guess, for the two babies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and their kids are 11 and 12, so they're older kids.
Hope they're able to work it out.
Yeah, me too.
I pray they are.
Yeah. And that's it.
All right, silence to the lambs.
You lost me a little bit.
What?
It don't even matter.
Nah, I heard $7 million IRS. It just scared me.
It's just basically she's saying she's fighting for her life right now financially, and she alleges that it's because Kevin Gates took away their income.
But she was his manager, so she didn't have, and she was his wife, right?
That's what she's saying. She's saying that the royalties they stopped coming her way. They started going to a personal account that he has. That's what she alleges.
Court. Okay.
All right. Well,
yep.
That is the latest for Loren. Charlamagne.
Yes.
We giving that down too.
Man, niggas don't care about their kids. We gonna talk about it for after the hour.
What?
Ooh.
We know you're not talking about what we just came out of, but that was a crazy segue.
Crazy.
I know I do crazy segues, but you.
And then you gonna look right at Lamb.
Yes.
I mean, Lauren. She don't have no kids.
That's what I said. I thought you did like, you know what?
You
Forget
look
it.
right
You're
at
foul.
her.
Why you
She
look
don't
at
have
her?
no daggone
Why you
kids.
look at her when you said that? You could have looked here.
Because
You could have looked
father.
here. You could have looked there. Why?
He gonna
looked
say that
at
because I
every
father.
single one of my co-hosts in this room.
No, you didn't.
I looked
You
at
didn't.
I
you.
feel like
looked
didn't
at
he?
stared at
My
Lauren
lamb
first.
felt it. Yeah, I'm
Your
like,
lamb felt it. See?
I don't have nothing to do with this projection. Okay.
I don't got kids.
I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just here to do a job, guys.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all are doing. This is
that's
weird.
what you
All right,
do a
Donkey
job.
Days up
Weird what y'all
next.
are doing.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Yes, it's not me, Duval. It's Florida. Donkey of the day for Thursday, October 23rd goes to a 35-year-old Florida man named Jeremy Jaron Rouse. Okay, what does your Uncle Shala always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. Now, Jeremy is an Uber Eats driver, and we the people need our Uber Eats drivers to do two things for us. One, make sure we get our food in a timely manner, and two, which is probably the most important, don't F with our food, bro. Okay, we trust you not to put your penis on our pastry. So I respect people who take their job as an Uber Eats driver seriously. Dropping the clues bombs for all the Uber Eats drivers out there. Jeremy definitely takes his Uber Eats job seriously, okay? Anybody who cares about their delivery rating is my kind of Uber Eats driver. How do you get a great rating being an Uber Eats driver? Well, it's a few things, okay? You must focus on efficiency and customer service. You must be prompt. Okay, you must be polite. You must be professional. You must communicate effectively with the customer and restaurant. You have to follow delivery instructions. Okay, you should verify the order and you should keep the customer informed throughout the process. Okay, that's how you get a good rating on Uber Eats. And Jeremy takes that very seriously. Okay, he is determined to get a good rating by any means necessary. But I would like to also tell all the Uber Eats drivers out there that there is some things that should come before your Uber Eats delivery rating. See, we know how, hard times is out here right now. Okay, folks can't afford rent, they can't afford food, and they can't afford childcare. Okay, it's damn near impossible for some people to be able to take care of all three of those things. So some people have to bring their kids to work. Okay, Jeremy is one of those people. Jeremy had to bring his child to work, and Jeremy bringing his child to work led to a headline that I read this morning. And the headline said, Uber Eats dad realizes his son is missing from car and keeps doing deliveries to prevent rating from going down. I can't make this type of stuff up. Let's go to Fox News for the report, please.
Altamont Springs police arrested Jeremy Roos. Police say they found his nonverbal juvenile son, who has autism, running naked on the westbound on-ramp of I-4 at State Road 436. Happened around 11 o'clock Thursday night. Police say Roos admitted to them he realized his son wasn't in the backseat of his car, but kept driving to make his deliveries. Officers say Roos even drove by them as they cared for his own son. They say a woman picked the boy up after nearly an hour. Police say hours later, Roos called them to share his side of the story. The report says he told them he kept driving toward Winter Park miles away because he did not want to negatively affect his Uber Eats rating. Police say he told them he didn't go pick up his son because he feared being arrested and said if he were to be arrested, he preferred to do it later.
Every now and then a Facebook post pops up and it says, the more I get to know people, the more I understand why Noah only let animals on the ark. I agree wholeheartedly. Drop one of Clues bombs for Noah, okay? And I would like to give that more of an updated feel. The more I get to know people, the more I understand why the tech bros want to replace y'all with robots. AI everything. I am sick of humans and their decision making, okay? Virtual reality, y'all don't deserve real oxygen, okay? Keep people in the house. We can't be trusted around each other, all right? The fact that his Uber rating means more to him than his special needs child, okay? A little boy autistic running around naked, okay? And you don't even realize it, all right? Hey, Jeremy, how about striving to be a 5-star father? Okay, you don't want to get a thumbs up on being a dad. All right, I think it's a damn crime to label this little boy special needs and not check to see if the needs of the father are special too. Okay, like something is not right. This batch of humans, I really believe, aren't created by God. There's just a certain batch of humans that God had nothing to do with it. I think at some point, God left the ingredients for humans, but whoever was in charge of making them, they changed the recipe. Okay, because common sense is just a thing of the past, all right? I know life be lifing, but how you just forget your child? And then when you remember you forgot your child, you say, let me finish these Uber Eat drop-offs first. Okay, now selfishly, if I ordered food, thank you. But damn, man, I want you to love yourself, Jeremy. There is no way you really love yourself, because taking care of yourself is part of taking care of your kids. And the reason that you don't know your child was missing is because you're missing so much within yourself. Please give Jeremy Jerron Rouse the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
This is a shame, man.
He definitely sounds like the dad has autism too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how you didn't know the little boy wasn't in the backseat no more. Because I know the little boy was making noise.
Yeah.
I know he was making noise.
Same.
He didn't realize how quiet it was once the little boy wasn't in the car no more.
Right, he might have thought he took a nap or something.
This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy.
Definitely had to know. And the sad part is, it probably happened before. It's not the first time, because you lose your autism son and you're just like, all right, well, I got to do these deliveries. That means that must have happened before.
Yeah. And you're like, he all right. He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
Oh, Lord. How old was the kid?
I don't think they said.
It didn't even say. Okay.
They didn't say. He was 35, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Poor little boy. All right. All right, thank you for that donkey today.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play a game?
Yeah.
No.
Please, why?
No, man, you always want to play games. No.
Because.
I don't want to play a game.
You want to play a game?
No.
Let's play a game.
Why? What does it matter?
I want to play a
What
game.
you mean, why? What's the matter?
He was irresponsible, okay?
I want to play a
The
game.
only reason why you don't want to play is because you already know the race.
God did the story.
He always knows the race.
Okay? I know the race, too. You know what the race is?
Right.
No, let's play a game. Let's play a game.
Well,
Let's play a game. Come on, let's play a
I'm going to
game.
text y'all what the race is. I'm going to text y'all. Can I text y'all?
No, let's play a game. Come on, man.
I'm going to text y'all what the race is.
I want to play. No, we're not playing.
I'm going to text y'all what
Play
the
a game
race
again,
is, man. Hold on.
You're so petty, like.
What you mean? And don't you say it out loud either. You just shut up.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
Hey, chat.
Oh my
chat.
God, his father is training him for that.
We live on Breakfast Club AM Twitch. Chat, tell me what the race is.
You
chat.
know what? The chat said.
But look,
The chat
I'm not even going to say it when the chat said. I just want to know. Chat, what y'all think the race is,
What
chat?
if his father is training him for that, though?
You know what? You know what? Up next, Jess Fix My Mess. 800-585-1051. If you have relationship issues or any type of problem,
Because it would make sense.
Jess Fix Your Mess. 800-585-1051. Jess Fix My Mess. I hate this place. It's the Breakfast Club.
Trying to make him strong.
The
yo.
Breakfast Club.
It's the real deal. Help me. Help me.
Oh my God. I'm all up in your mess. I'ma fix it. Fix it.
Fix my mess.
Fix it. Fix it. Just gonna fix your mess, because my advice is real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Lisa on the line. Lisa, good morning.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name, mama?
Fatima.
Oh,
Hi,
Fatima.
Fatima.
I'm sorry, Fatima.
What's up, baby?
What's your question for Jess?
Hi. My bad, I'm sorry. So just I was with somebody for about 4 years, and it was good, but we was on and off and stuff. And my main problem with him was he wouldn't find God, but I felt like, in my opinion, he needed, and he knew he needed, he was slacking. So when he finally found it, every time there was a problem, he would use it against me or anybody in his family. And it
You
was
said
to the point where
I'm
like,
sorry.
I just had to leave.
I'm sorry, Fatima. You said find God?
Yeah, find God. Like, he's, in my opinion, I knew he did it. And I feel like a lot of people these days need it, so he finally found it.
Okay.
But then whenever there was a problem, he would use it against me in any conversation. Like, he decided to be abstinent, and I was okay with that. I didn't mind. But he kept that boundary every time he wanted to do something, and then when he was finished, he would blame me. So I finally decided to leave. But my thing is just, I'm trying not to break no contact, even though this was somebody who I wanted to marry, somebody who I wanted to have kids with. How do I accept the fact that it might be over?
You just have to accept it. I'm having a hard time following it, though. You know what I'm saying? You said God, right? Because you keep saying it. You mean so Christ? You know, faith. You introduced him to faith, okay, and he found his faith, but somehow when y'all get into arguments, he turns it back on you. I don't know what that has to do with you leading him to faith.
Like he wanted to remain abstinent.
Oh,
but he would always cross that boundary trying to have sex. And sometimes he would, sometimes he wouldn't. And then afterwards, when he finished, he would just turn around in his corner and act like nothing happened. And I hated that, because then sometimes I would feel like it was my fault.
Oh, okay. So you practice abstinence.
Yeah.
Okay, and he did not want to do that, but he is doing it because he's doing it for the betterment of you guys' relationship, and he also found Christ through you. So it's like, okay, he's doing this, but he's also a man, and he's very tempted, and so he beats off sometimes in a corner, and you didn't.
So we have sex, right?
Okay. I'm sorry.
So I know this is complicated, because it's complicated for me too. Like, it's dumb. But after he finished sex, he would turn around in the corner and act like nothing happened. And then we had a conversation 2 weeks ago. He said, when you come around, just sit on the other side of the couch, because I don't want to be tempted, because every time you're around me, I just want to touch you.
Okay.
And I told him, you lack self-control.
Okay.
That's the problem. You don't have to touch me.
I got you. So it seems, are you guys married, or are you just together? Are you married?
By yourself. No, actually, at all.
Okay, so that's why you're practicing, you're trying your best to stay the course until you guys are married and you guys can willingly do whatever you want to do sexually or intimately or whatever.
Because we had an issue a while back. I had a miscarriage by him.
So sorry.
And I just could not. I'm like, I don't want to be touched. I really want to have a child in marriage. But I just have to let it go, because I'm like, if you can't be the man that I need, I cannot have you around me.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's y'all on two different pages, right? And it honestly, it seems like he did try your way, and he tried, and he's trying, and he's still trying. However, that doesn't seem like the life that he wants to live. He's doing it because he loves you, it seems like, right? But and sometimes that works out. but it's very hard for him. Girl, you are a fine-ass individual because he can't even look at you, honey. He wants you to turn around. He want to hide behind a curtain when you walk in the door. So that is not the guy for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say he's not a bad person. I mean, that's not to say he's a bad person. You gonna have to. It is a very few individuals that can deal with what you are putting down. You know what I mean? But that's your way, and there is somebody out there for you. Unfortunately, it is not him. And I know the history between you two. You lost the child. I'm so sorry about that. But I feel like this is not the relationship for you. You need somebody who is aligned with you. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that you are equally yoked with. And that is not that gentleman. I do appreciate him, and you should appreciate him too for even trying. But you can't get upset with the person for not living in abstinence to the degree that you do. You know what I mean? You just have to do your best and find your person. Damn, Fatima done hung up. She said, look, you ain't trying to hear what I'm putting down, so it is what it is. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Jess. It's Joey from Orlando.
What's up, Joey from Orlando? What's wrong?
So look, it's a long story, but basically I'm gonna try to break it down and shorten it up. So I got like a bipolar disorder. I've been diagnosed through the VA. I've been married for a couple months. I basically kicked out my current wife and her kids out of my house. It's been 2 months. She found her own apartment. So what do? Do I continue to fight for the marriage, or do I just file the paperwork and just be done with it?
Wait a minute. What do you mean continue to fight? You kicked her and her kids out. What do you mean? How are you fighting? What do you mean? What's happening?
Yeah, so basically within that 2 months that she's been gone, like we'll talk here and there. We linked up a few times. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, I don't know if she's just giving me false hope.
But why you kicked her out? There is no hope when you kick me and my kids out of your house. And this was your wife, you know, babe? So that's kind of,
right.
You know, and I know that you are struggling with, you know, your mental disorder, and I do understand that. Are you getting the proper help for that?
Yeah, actually, okay. I go to the VA, you know, every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, okay. Why did you kick them out? What made you kick them out? And don't tell me you was a whole nother person and you heard voices when you did it. It had to be a reason for that.
I got a kid from a previous relationship, and she got kids from a previous relationship. So my daughter told me some stuff that she said to her, and I wasn't too happy about. So I immediately turned into dad mode and protected my daughter.
Okay.
And I just got out of my house because I didn't like what they were doing to her or saying to her.
Okay. Now, before you just went ahead and kicked her out, I understand dad mode, absolutely, but you're also a husband as well, you know? And when you're operating, wearing both of those hats under the same roof as your wife and the Brady Bunch, because you have kids from previous relationships and she has kids from previous relationships, what you do is you call a family meeting. You go speak with your wife about what your daughter just told you. And you can still be that dad and protector mode without kicking them out first thing. It don't even sound like you allowed a conversation before you did that, you know?
Right, I didn't.
Yeah. So that's just all that is, you know. And it sounds like you really do. It sounds like you feel like you made a mistake, but you don't want to disappoint your daughter, and you will not be doing that. But it sounds like you know that you went too far too quickly, right? You made a decision a little too quick.
Absolutely.
You didn't. So I can tell you want your marriage, and I want you to fight for it, you know. But think about where your wife mindset is, right? Because if you kicked her out without even hearing her out, it's like, damn, how can I trust you? How can I trust that you won't do this again? So you have to also put yourself in her shoes too, and then you also have to have a conversation with your baby girl. You know what I mean? But I think it should have been a family meeting that took place. And y'all, in family, with family, and when you're married and everything like that, there are always going to be uncomfortable conversations that you have to be willing to have. You know, you just can't make decisions like that. That was, you know.
It was selfish.
I got the word. Yes, it was selfish. That wasn't the word I was looking for. But yes, it was selfish. But that was a very, I don't know, what's the word, Charlamagne? Come on.
I ain't even paying no attention.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Orlando man. But look, I want you to continue to fight for your marriage. I think you should call your wife, and you and her should go somewhere and talk about it, and then bring the kids together and have a family meeting. You should apologize in front of your kids to your wife. So that also sets a tone in the home. You know what I mean? Because I don't even want your daughter to think that that was okay, that you just took her word and just kicked her stepmom and her, step siblings out. You know what I mean? You have to set an example for your child and your wife's children as well, and also be the head of the household and run it the right way. That's the marriage that you're in. It's not just your girlfriend, And so everybody needs an apology from you. Your wife and her kids, and y'all kids, because y'all are married, so y'all are parents to all of these children, and your daughter,
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, but I do have faith that you will get your wife back. You just have to reassure her, and you got to get better with communication, babe.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
That was Jess Fix My Mess. Okay, we do that every Thursday around this time. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you wasn't even listening.
What? You had it handled.
I listen to your Donkey Today every day. I do this once a week on Thursday. You couldn't even listen.
I was listening. I just wasn't listening to that part. I listened to the first one, okay? What are you talking about?
First one didn't even make no damn sense. And you going to listen. You missed out on a really good one.
What happened?
He kicked his wife out because of
part.
something that his daughter told him.
Yes.
He ain't even say, hey, wife, we need to sit down and have a conversation because I don't like what I'm hearing. My daughter came back and told me that y'all was talking about something.
But he also said he deals with bipolar disorder.
He
He probably was having a manic episode when he did that. So he probably don't even mean that when he did it.
Okay.
Yeah. See, so I'm just saying. Listen, we do that every Thursday around 8:15 a.m. But yeah, we got the latest with Loren coming up next, right? Where the hell did Amy go?
I don't know. He went to get an Asperger. I don't know what he went to go do.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The largest. The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me, Loren like LoRosa.
So
the voice of the culture.
So this is breaking right now. I don't have much details. I've not been able to reach out or anything to speak to anybody. But according to reports from ABC News, Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups has been charged in an illegal gambling operation tied to the mafia. Now, Billups was arrested allegedly, or according to this report, in Oregon. He's supposed to make a court appearance today at some point. Now, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, did I say his last name right? Rozier is also charged in a separate, but they say related, alleged illegal gambling case as well. And FBI Director Kash Patel is supposed to be making, announcement of the charges along with some other law enforcement officials today in New York City. So there'll be more developing there.
You ain't reach out to Kash?
I don't have anything.
You ain't reach out to the mafia? You ain't reach out to Chauncey? Nothing?
Chauncey's still locked up.
It's supposed to be So he's locked up right now. He's supposed to be heading to court. It's a poker operation that they're pointing to.
So he got arrested after his game because they had a game last night.
He's arrested right now. Supposed to be seeing a judge at some point today, according to this ABC News report. But I'll get more answers to that, and we'll be back with that tomorrow. Now, in other news, switching gears completely, Monica. So there is a single dad that posted a video online and has started a conversation about whether or not sleepovers are okay for your children. Let's take a listen to that audio.
Last year, I was trying to throw my daughter a slumber party. No woman lives in the household. It's just me and my daughter. I communicated with one of the mothers, just to see if she can get the ball rolling because she know a bunch of more mothers and whatnot. And then I asked, do she feel comfortable having... And as I was talking, she straight up interrupted me. No, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. And I said, because I'm a man, and she was honest. She was like, yes. And I'm like, that really did make me feel some type of way. And I do understand, where women coming from. It just hurt to know that me, just as a man, I get labeled as that. I would never do nothing like that to kids because, when I was growing up, long story short, it happened to me. But by a woman, I would never do that to a child. That just made me really feel some type of way.
I don't think that's anything to take personal because most parents don't like. I mean, I don't like my kids spending the night at nobody's house.
I wasn't allowed to do that for a long time when I was a kid either, and I didn't understand until I got older why my mom was like so strict about that. But Monica, I mentioned her in the beginning because she commented on this video. She said, "We don't do sleepovers. My mother didn't do it. I don't either, and that applies to my sons and my daughters." In his case, inviting some moms to be there overnight to chaperone may work, but that would be a no for me as well.
You know, the crazy thing, would you allow your daughter to go to somebody's house with a single father? Would you?
No, I don't. Even if she does know him. No, it doesn't. I mean, because obviously in this case, the kids do know him, right? But no. And I am absolutely sorry about what happened to him. But honestly, I just feel like we didn't even need to know that part of that.
Or the fact
you know
that
what
he
I'm saying?
was
Just the fact
touched
that
as
he
a
was
child.
touched
Yeah.
or molested, you know, as a child. But like Charlamagne said, he shouldn't have taken it personal.
Nah, that's how
like,
parents are.
That's just what it is.
I understand. Well, I wouldn't allow my daughter to go to his house as well, just because he is. It would make me feel uncomfortable.
I don't let my daughters go to 2-parent households. I don't make my daughter sleep at home at nobody's house.
But I will say this. The relationship I have with all the parents that go to my kids' school and the relationship I have with the dance moms and the dance dads, if I was having a sleepover, my wife wasn't there, they would allow their daughter to come over. Because when a lot of times I'm the only man at those dance competitions, and I'm watching over all those girls. And I treat all those girls like they're my kids. I watch them. I make sure that they're safe when they go get their Uber food or all that. I watch them. So if it was me, I really can't see the mother saying no because they know me. They've been around me. They've been to my house.
But if they do, are you going to be upset if somebody say, "Oh, well, I don't feel comfortable with my daughter"?
I wouldn't be
staying?
upset because I wouldn't understand because I would feel the same way.
You just understand in the climate that we're in. We talk about stories. We hear stories that these people are doing things to children every day, and then it's just like, nah, I'm sorry. And then how do their fathers feel? You know, we talking about the moms. How do the fathers of the kids that he's inviting, how do they feel about it too?
I'm just a father who deals with parental paranoia. I don't care if it's 1-parent household, 2-parent household. My kids ain't staying at nobody's house.
But if it's,
now, if y'all want to come stay over here, cool. But they not going nowhere.
But if it's a boy, I'm sure they would feel differently, right? If he had a son and they said other kids, I'm sure they would.
I'm
sure they would feel
be
different.
Because now that's different for me. Okay, that's all boys, but it's like you're a man hosting a all-girls sleepover. I understand it's your daughter, but it's just no.
Even if it's a boy, I just don't want my kids staying over at nobody else's house. We got a nice little house over here. What we need to be staying at somebody else's house for?
I get it. Now my son used to stay. Now my son, when he was playing football, his coach, they had a coach. He would get all the teammates and they would have sleepovers. That's fine.
Yeah.
We knew the coach and everything. But if it was like my daughter, no, it is what it is.
My kids go to certain people's houses, but I'm like Charlamagne. Like my house is the house where everybody. I'd rather everybody here.
And that ain't me.
Like, there's enough stuff to do. I order you food. But you don't like this type of food. You're vegan. We can get you vegan alternatives. We can get you come here.
And the way my anxiety is set up, I need to have eyes on my kids at all times. I mean, you know, my oldest daughter is 17, so she has a different level of autonomy now, which I'm just learning to let go.
Oh, Lord, I know that's hard for you.
I am just learning to let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my house ain't the house for everybody kids to come to either.
It's to each his own, I think. It really is. It depends on how your parents are, the relationship they have with the parent that's inviting, and just how they were raised.
Imagine, Mama, I seen Miss Jess on the porch smoking something. I don't know what that was.
That's exactly why my house ain't the house.
Miss Jess, I seen her twerking on the porch, and I
damn right. You're damn right. Shit, that's right. Nope.
Mama, I see Miss Jess put the scarf on.
You know.
Everybody run out. We running now. We get out.
Y'all do look like Mrs. Now that y'all do look like Miss Loren and Miss Jess.
Absolutely. I better look like Miss Jess. The hell?
Somebody called me ma'am the other day and it hurt my heart.
You are a little ma'am. Ma'am lamb.
She didn't say man. She said ma'am.
I said ma'am.
Oh.
Jess is the man.
Ma'am lamb.
Lamb.
Yo, stop. Yo, seriously, stop playing with me.
Ma'am lamb.
Stop playing with me, nigga.
Here go the scarf.
Let's go now. The scarf. Got any more? We done?
Stop
I did have a little bit more, but we got
it. Do it.
Summer Walker. So Summer Walker is talking about the fact that she might die alone. Let's take a listen.
Damn.
Once you really decenter men from your life and you really find your peace with just yourself, then it just start to get do you really want to? So then it'd be dying alone don't sound too bad.
Do you think that will be what happens?
It could be, but as long as I'm at peace, then it's cool. Because it's like everybody I know that got It's like, he cheated, girl. He whooped my ass, girl. He gave me an STD. So it just gets to a point where it's like, I'm bored, but I don't have nothing to complain about to none of my friends.
Then it seems like what you're saying is the solution here is stop dating men.
Yeah, you don't really gotta bust it open. You really don't have to. They got all types of now. They got roses and yeah, like my smell good, like everything. Like you don't even gotta you don't really gotta.
First of all, salute to Speedy. That was
Yes.
Summer Walker talking to Speedy.
Speedy
dropping the
on
blues off of Speedy.
360 with Speedy over at Complex.
Number 2, regardless of what you're using, you're busting it open. Okay, I don't care if it's another woman.
What, you busted it open for a
I don't
dildo?
care if it's the roll. Yes, you're still busting it open.
But she's saying that it doesn't come with all those problems. Y'all know she's been through her things, little meech in the groceries, and she talked about that as well too.
I thought she had the white guy though. I thought the white guy was her
That
friend.
I remember I told you that was just a friend.
I thought she was gay. I thought
she's
she went big
enjoying
stud.
her money, or she's enjoying people's money right now. Just companionship, what she wants to is what she's saying. Because she has this new album, Finally Over It, coming out. And she says that we're gonna get that air from her and her music. Like she don't need to be super attached to a man right now because we've seen her be attached and didn't work out well with a lot of other people.
How old is Summer?
Summer is she's
Young,
29,
right?
30.
Yeah, I understand that. Why she need to be attached to a man at this age?
Let's take a listen to her about the groceries.
Lastly, on the dating tip before we move on, I want to talk about an unfortunate situation for you that led to an incredible line and meme for us as fans and viewers, and that was, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house.
Yes.
What do you remember about that? Incredible line. What do you remember about a moment like that? Was it infuriating for you?
It was. I was really ignorant, but hey.
Did you laugh at it, or were you like in too deep?
No, I was like, that's trifling as I literally don't even have to say anything on that because his life is terrible now. So, yeah.
Damn.
Speedy good, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
He just laughing and joking the whole time, but gets so much out of it in under an hour too.
Salute to
Great
Speedy.
interview.
Absolutely.
Go check that
Salute
out.
to Speedy.
All right. Well, that's the latest with Loren. Let's get to the mix. Chat. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Chat, man.
See,
Appreciate
oh,
all the
no.
great conversation.
It's Miguel's birthday.
Oh,
It's
Miguel.
Miguel's birthday.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds and Jackie Long. Jackie Long is my brother. Happy birthday, Jackie.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start the mix with some Miguel. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. I want to salute to everybody that's incarcerated and locked up. This is the second person I spoke to yesterday that said that they watch us on YouTube all the time.
Nice.
So they was like, don't forget, brothers locked up, that they still watch us and they get a lot of the information from watching us on YouTube and everybody. So
Yeah, I
I
was
just
at
everybody
Rikers
locked up.
a couple weeks ago. Me and Shaka sing core, and a lot of the brothers in there were saying how they listen to us.
Yeah.
Remember when that guy used to draw pictures of you? Remember that guy drew a picture of you naked and sent it to you from prison? You remember that?
I do.
That was wild. And then he did the front and the back. That's what made it so crazy. So he drew a picture of Envy naked from the front, but then when you turn the paper over, it was him naked from the back too.
Come on, what did you do with the pictures?
He even colored it in. It was yellow.
Oh no! What did you do with the pictures?
I don't know what happened, but yes, we used to have somebody that used to write us all the time, and he did draw a picture of me.
Okay.
Salute to that brother. I don't know where he's at, but salute to him.
We drawing another
prison.
picture, and now we'll be talking about the first picture you drew.
If he drawing naked men in jail, he at home. He did not want to be. He right where he want to be.
Right where he want to be. Okay. He ain't go home. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but salute to everybody that's locked up. And salute to Andrew Young for joining us this morning.
Man, and John Hope Bryant, man. So many people texted me about that Andrew Young interview. This is a man who literally worked hand in hand with Martin Luther King Jr. We don't be understanding that people like that still exist.
That's right.
So the folks you read about in history books, the folks you hear about, they would have still been alive today if they weren't assassinated, okay? And
Crazy.
there's people out here who actually knew them and were friends with them. And I'm just glad that Andrew Young is 93 years old and still has the wherewithal and the cognitive ability to be able to tell those stories.
That's right. And I'm glad we're able to document it so people can, see it more and listen to it more.
That's right.
And it was a blessing. I'm mad I missed that one. Man.
So make sure you go watch his documentary on MSNBC, Andrew Young, The Dirty Work. Or go watch the interview on Breakfast Club YouTube page, which is actually longer than the documentary. Yes.
All right. Well, got a positive note?
Actually, before we do, guys, drum roll. I have a big announcement on Monday. I will be making it. It's something very near and dear to me. It's great, and it will be one of my biggest accomplishments yet. But October 31st, make sure you get your tickets. In Charlotte, North Carolina, I will be at Comedy Zone. We got 4 shows. 2 shows on Halloween, and then 2 shows that Saturday, November 1st at Comedy Zone. Like I said, JessHilariousOfficial.com for the tickets. I will be giving away a cash prize to the person who wears the best Halloween costume. Okay? I love you guys. Can't wait to see you, 704.
All right. You got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do. I want to tell people tomorrow, 4:30 p.m., Colonial Life Arena, myself, Don Staley, Asia Wilson. Go get your tickets right now. We will be in conversation. And then right after the conversation, USC women's basketball is playing Anderson in an exhibition game. So we'll see you tomorrow in Columbia, South Carolina. Now, the positive note is simply this. We cannot give what we do not have, okay? We cannot bring peace to the world if we ourselves are not peaceful. We cannot bring love to the world if we ourselves are not loving. So be the change you want to see on this planet, people. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?